You and I talked about having an IRA, a Roth IRA. When did you first get your first one?
I believe I was 8 years old.
8 years old. Who, how, and why did you start? Was that your mother, father, a mentor?
No, Singer Burt and Company is a money management firm who basically took me on as their client. My uncle was a client, my aunt was a client, and my mom was a young teenage mother who didn't really know much about money. So actually, my aunt Deborah is the one who sat down with the financial advisors and kind of put my money into place. And they are Singer Burt and Company. Sandy Singer is his name. He's the reason why I'm not broke today.
8 years old. So then you said something on the show. We was talking about how cars. I don't finance cars. I have in the past, but now you've never financed a car?
No, my first car was a gift. And then after my first car, I paid for my car's cash. If I couldn't afford it, I couldn't have it. People made fun of me because I was taught you drive a dependable car. I live in LA. I put 100 miles on my car every day. So I needed a car that was going to be low maintenance, that was going to run for a long time. So my dependable car was a Toyota Camry. Wow. I did get the top of the line at the time, which was the XLE, and I was very excited about it.
You driving a Toyota, though?
Yeah, a Toyota, which lasts 13 years. I joked, and I said I was going to drive it till the doors fell off, or the wheels fell off, and the door actually fell off. The spring came out the door. And then one time, this is no joke. So I have a really good friend. My brother works for Aftermath.
Okay.
Dre said, "Do you know your car is smoking?" And I said, "Oh, it only does it for the first 3 miles." And he said, "No, fool. After 3 miles, when you get on the freeway, you don't see the smoke anymore. Your car is smoking." But this is 13 years in, man. The miles have turned over. Long story short, I needed a catalytic converter. And so I went from a Toyota Camry and went and bought a Nissan 350Z.
Nissan 350Z. But
I love that car.
Absolutely. And it's like, and it's so funny because when you think of actors and actresses, I mean, y'all pretty much have the latest and the greatest stuff as far as in cars, your Bentleys, your Rolls Royce. And there's nothing against that because one day I pray I can pay cash for a very nice high-end car like that. But to hear you in your prime, you're like, no, I'm going to pay cash for it, and I'm going to pay cash for a Toyota, for a Nissan. I got to ask you this question. Like, what made you become such a good steward with your money at a young age in your prime times?
I'm from the projects, and I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm from a small town called Duquesne in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I love y'all. Shots out. They support me with everything that I do. They will be watching this show, but I ain't trying to live there no more.
Wow.
They be shooting, and I'm getting old. I can't run from them bullets. So my uncle always said, you drive a decent car that's dependable, but you buy the best house on the street that you can afford. So I put my money in real estate.
I like what your uncle said. You buy the best house, and he ended it with one that you can afford.
Yes.
Not live above your means, one that you can afford.
One you can afford. He said you pay your mortgage down, you stay in that house about 10 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully you gain more financial wealth. You sell that home. You move into a bigger one or a nicer one on a different street, and you sit on that one for 10 years and let it accumulate some money, and you do the same thing over and over again.